dan juga Colombia,
Nigeria,
yang sebagai invited countries. Yang lain nanti kita akan issue statement, press statement bersama. Tapi kalau nak bertanya, saya sebelum kita buka kepada soal, jawab saya serahkan pada yang berhormat Pak Alangga. Ya.
Ya, terima kasih yang amat berbahagia buat Pak Datuk Sri Fadillah bin Yusof. Pertama, mengapresiasi ministerial meeting ke-11 yang diselenggarakan di Kuala Lumpur. Banyak hal sudah dibahas, tadi sudah disampaikan, antara lain mengadopsi Honduras menjadi negara baru yang menjadi anggota CPOPC, dan ini menjadi bersejarah karena CPOPC jumlahnya bertambah, dan dalam waktu dekat kita juga akan menambah Papua New Guinea. Dan kedua, CPOPC kami optimis bahwa produksi palm oil, demand dan harga akan tumbuh positif di tahun 2023 walaupun banyak tantangan terhadap industrinya. Dan tentunya kami juga melihat berbagai tantangan terhadap produk CPOPC, baik itu di Eropa, di India maupun di beberapa negara lain. Namun kami mengapresiasi langkah yang diambil CPOPC untuk melakukan joint visit antara Indonesia dan Malaysia ke EU di akhir bulan ini. Dan kami optimis bahwa dengan semakin banyaknya CPOPC, maka bisa menyejahterakan masyarakat di negara-negara anggota CPOPC. Dan di samping itu juga kami sampaikan bahwa smallholder atau pengusaha kecil, nano farmer, itu menjadi backbone daripada industri kelapa sawit. Demikian, terima kasih.
Okay, any questions? Ada soalan? Ya.
Just wondering about the delegation visits to EU. Is it only Malaysia and Indonesia, or it represents the CPOPC as a whole?
For now, based on the meeting just now, it is the meeting will be Indonesia, Malaysia, and Honduras has given the commitment that they will send along their ambassador or the embassy's office to be with us in that session. And as you know, the session, the mission is definitely for engagement with the EU Commission on all the initiative that has been done in Malaysia and Indonesia in terms of taking care of our environment, at the same time looking into all the good practices as far as world standard is concerned. But what is more important is to send the message, a strong message actually, that palm oil actually has contributed a lot, in particular compliance with UN SDG, that is to address poverty issues, and that we have achieved. And that's why there are so many smallholders. Whatever action taken by EU without negotiating or without engaging with us will definitely implicate or impact the smallholders. This is the whole intention of the mission. Pak Alangga, you want to add?
Yeah, I think palm oil has proven to become one of the solution for the food security, especially with the current geopolitical situation in Europe with the Ukraine war. Palm oil give an alternative for food supply chain. And on top of that, in several countries, including Indonesia and Malaysia, palm oil also can respond with biodiesel to respond the energy security. So I think with this strategic commodities, palm oil has proven, especially more of the smallholder are behind the palm oil, is becoming a crucial for not only for member of CPOPC, but also crucial for the world. Thank you.
Did any of the discussions include potential of haze, the risk of haze, and whether farmer countries will be unfairly blamed due to haze in the coming months?
Haze is actually comes under purview of different ministries. And as you know, from previous years, there has been serious meeting between all the countries, in particular Southeast Asia, and commitment by all the countries to make sure that our environment will be safe for all. So as far as there's no discussion just now because this is basically on oil palm. But we do acknowledge because of the dry season right now, climate change and so on, there's a risk, potential, that there'll be certain areas, not because of intentional burning, they could be because of the dry season. It could occur. So we have to take preventive step. In Malaysia, we have taken that action because there's a potential, the pit soil, potential of maybe burning and so on. But our rescue and fire department has taken step. Actually, Bomba Malaysia has just won the award, having the biggest, what you call the, system where you can address all the fire that occurred in pit soil.
For the negotiations with EU, right? Let's say it does not actually meet to your key objectives. What's the next step for CPOPC?
We have strategies, but strategies, of course, you cannot announce any strategies. Otherwise, it becomes it's no longer strategies.
Alanga,
Yes.
Malaysia has more than 400,000 smallholders. In Indonesia, how many?
We are around 14 million farmers, which is 70% is smallholders or nano farmers. So there are two types of farmers. That is one interlinked with the companies, and the one that is individual farmers. The individual smallholders is around 49%. Yeah, the others are part of the integration with the big farming.
Given that this EU draft, there's a cut-off date, right? Only for plantation that is from deforested land after 2021. The cut-off date end of 2020, right? So, and all the felder, the smallholders, they are on all the plantation. I mean, like, they are not on deforested after 2021. So how is it going to impact them? Because EU investors said it doesn't affect the smallholders from felder especially. So I'm just wondering, it doesn't affect them. That's what they're saying. But how is this ruling going to affect, as far as making their life more miserable and increase the burden?
You want to answer?
Felda is in Malaysia.
Okay. No, that's the reason why the mission is very crucial for both Indonesia and Malaysia. As far as EUDR is concerned, what we need is a clarity in terms of not only the rules and regulation, but also guidelines. When they're saying that smallholders are not impacted or affected, so what are the clear guidelines in that respect? Because on top of EUDR, there's also an issue of traceability. The traceability is where we need clear guidelines. How are they going to audit all the whole value chain? What will be the formula that they're doing? What are the mechanics that they're going to do all that, the auditing process and so on? That's why the mission, one of our mission is, we hope that EUDR will accept and recognize our ISPO from Indonesia and MSPO from Malaysia. With that, because we have all the system, we have all the mechanics, in what way we certified all the plantation, the value chain, not only the plantation, but also the millers. So these are the things that we need to understand and we need to explain to them, and we hope they will accept and recognize our certification process. End of the day, there must be a clear policy and guidelines so that we can jointly work with them so that we, as a part of the world population, will protect the environment and protect our people.
Why
And
hasn't the EU recognized the ISPO and MSPO? What has been, what
no, that's the point that we are going to discuss and finalize once we have meet all the policy makers in EU.
Let us read the, thanks for explaining.
Maybe you want to add from that?
Yeah, I think first regarding the standard, we will work with them for mutual recognition arrangement between standard. So I think that's one of the key issues that we have to resolve. Second, regarding the deforestation, for Indonesia, the moratorium for deforestation is year of 2010. So it will not affect. But the issue will be who will be certified. If ISPO and MSPO, they haven't accepted. So it's very difficult for smallholder to comply. So one of the things that what we always say that they ask for more miles is they would like to, the traceability is including the geolocation. So I think that is beyond the necessity. If you buy Nutella, for instance, do you want to know which trees are these coming? So I think so there is something that is beyond the standard that we have to discuss in detail with them, because deforestation is not only for palm oil, but it's also for cacao, for coffee, and everything, which is, of course, affecting the small farmer. Thank you.
Let us read. So thanks for explaining the purpose behind your visit. What are the specific targets that you're hoping to achieve? As far as MSPO and ISPO, the EU have said that they are not accepting any certification standards across all commodities, so regardless of soy or palm. And they've also said that the smallholders are not affected, partly because it's the importers, the exporters that will be responsible for the documentation. So what are you hoping to get from the EU out of the mission?
If exporters are fully responsible for that, where will be the exporter getting the source of raw material from? If not from the smallholders. So these are the clarification that we need to get from them. If they're saying smallholders are not affected, and only compliance by the exporter, so you have to look into all the value chain. So that's the clarification that we want from them. There must be clear, precise guideline, and whatever action that they want to do, it has to be based on what has been agreed upon, that is mutual recognition. If we recognize the standard from the world, from Europe, they must also recognize our standard. Hang on, maybe Datuk Pak Alanggam.
Yeah, I think RSPO, MSPO, and ISPO is a key issues in this regard of in this case for the CPO. But during my president speak in the EU, we said that EU and Indonesia or Asia need to be more at par level. You cannot impose your standard, and you cannot say that your standard is superior than others. So I think the message at that time is loud and clear.
Yes.
I just want to touch on a bit on the El Nino effect, whether the meeting has touched on whether the El Nino effect is going to affect the palm oil production and how Indonesia and Malaysia are going to encounter it.
Yeah, the report by the Secretariat of CPOPC just now, they do touch on it briefly, and they're going to study in what way El Nino will be affecting the palm oil industry. So that they have touched and reported to us, and definitely they will monitor the whole process.
Recently, CPOPC has come up with a briefing paper and circulated to the EU policymakers, etc. How any feedback from them so far?
Yeah, I think we need to check what the impact during our visit, because we will meet with the MP over there, because when they got a visit in Malaysia or in Indonesia, last time there is EU Parliament coming. Of course, when they come, they are okay. But most important when they are with their peers in EU. Right. Thank you.
I think CPOPC Yusof negotiating with Thailand to join as a council after their election. So now that their election is passed, when will Thailand be joining?
I was in Labuan Bajo with minister, which is representative of the government of Thai, and we are talking about inviting Thailand to become a member of CPOPC. But of course, with the elections, we have to wait until the new government is formed.
In your remarks, you had a very interesting comment. You said instead of boycott, consuming countries should pay for the premium for 75 sustainable palm oil. Could you elaborate more on that?
Yeah, of course, we have to see that the palm oil is one of the vegetable oils that is more productive in per hectares than others. And second, palm oil has been addressed for many environments, and therefore, since the quote-unquote the commodity price of palm oil is always be quote-unquote below of other vegetable oils, so it's time for them to appreciate when they got less supply because of the war, then palm oil played the role. Then I think appreciation of premium price is also a viable because availability of vegetable oils. Thank you.
Is Indonesia considering complaint to WTO like Malaysia?
Indonesia is already complaining to WTO. But I think regardless the WTO outcomes, when we fight for commodities that is hold to the Indonesian people, I think we will fight till the end.
Will you bring up the issue of biodiesel this round?
I think biodiesel is one of the issue. If they raise, we can always respond. But reality, they don't import the biodiesel.
It's phasing out.
Yeah, I mean in Europe they don't import the biodiesels, and but they use it for consumer product.
Sorry, when you say Indonesia is complaining to WTO, is this about the biodiesel or the EUDR?
We are not talking about biodiesel. We are talking about IUDR.
How much palm oil has been used for domestic biofuel year-to-date?
Up to 11 million ton per year. This year. Last year is around 10 million.
And last year 10 million?
This year, because we increased from bio 30 to bio 35, is around 11 million year to date.
Malaysia, 1 million ton. Compared to Indonesia, ours is only 1 million ton. So about 10. Actually, Indonesia has moved to B35. We are still B10 and moving towards B20 to certain areas. It is because of the readiness in terms of the processing that we need to improve. This we need to work with all the operators. Okay.
How is the labor situation in both countries? Has it eased?
I think for Indonesia, we have no issues of labor.
Malaysia, we rely very much from our friends. So, but we are working. There's a commitment as far as the two countries are concerned. There are issues raised by Indonesia in terms of the well-being of the workers, and these are part of the commitment of Malaysia to make sure that well-being of workers, from foreign workers from whichever countries they're coming from, they have to be well taken care. So there has already been MOU signed between two countries. So now we leave it to the industry players and also the market Whether people want to come over or not depend very much on the business or the offer and the perks given. Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Yeah.
Can I just get a photo of you?
Oh, salam.
Salam.
Bawa kau.
Kita maju depan.
Here we go, Bapak. Ini Bapak. Alright.
Dahsyat lah you all. Tapi powerful tinggi apa? Alright.
Okey, terima kasih. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. Terima kasih ya, terima kasih.
Tolong clear sebelah sini. Bagi gambar.
Tak apa. Kita boleh cari laluan. Hati yang okey ya?
Oh, saya pegang.